At this point in the writing process, you've generated an idea to develop into writing. Great. Now you need a thesis statement. People make the thesis statement more complicated than it needs to be. I think the main reason for that is people just don't really understand what a thesis statement is for. Do you want to learn a quick way to do it? So let's talk about how to create a thesis statement for your writing. This video is part of a series about the basics of the writing process. For the series to make sense, you should watch each video in order. See the video description for links to the whole series and for supplemental materials. Hi, welcome to Snap Language Learner. My name is Mark Franco. To write anything, you must have a topic. Then you need something more specific about the topic. That is, you need a well-defined idea about the topic. In the previous video, we saw how you can start with a broad topic, like being an organ donor. That's a great topic, but it's too broad. There's too much to say about it. We narrow the topic to something more manageable, donating blood. Now you just need to focus on one aspect of the topic. In the example, you can focus just on giving blood. Even more specifically, we saw that giving blood is actually good for you. Great. Now you need to be able to state what you want to say about that in one sentence. This sentence will be your main point, the central point of your work. Everything you include in your writing has to support your central point. That sentence is called the thesis statement. I can go into a lot of technical stuff about thesis statements, but that might just make it confusing. So let me show you a technique to create a thesis statement. When you understand what the thesis is, the technical details will make more sense. For our topic, you'd explain things to the reader, so write this down. In this passage, I'll explain that... How would you finish the sentence? In this passage, I'll explain that donating blood has several benefits. Now, delete the first part. Never write this part in your work. No, it's just silly. Donating blood has several benefits. That's it. That's your thesis statement. This is also what your writing will focus on. That's what a thesis statement is. It's one sentence that states what your central point is. It states what your thesis is. It's a thesis statement. Does everything have a thesis? Well, if your ideas make sense, yes. Does a recipe have a thesis? How about this? In this recipe, the cook explained that you can bake a cake in your microwave oven by following 10 simple steps. A short story? Absolutely. In this story, the author shows that that's the moral of the story. Telling lies has consequences. Now, here's a word of caution. If you're writing, say, for your own blog or for your own website, you can write about anything you want. However, if you're completing a school assignment, make sure your thesis matches the type of writing the instructor wants. For example, let's say your assignment is to write a persuasive essay. In this case, you need to persuade the reader to do something, or you want to change the reader's mind about something. If that's your assignment, this thesis statement is not great. A better thesis would be, you should donate blood for several reasons. People may not want to donate blood because, I don't know, they're too busy or they're afraid it might hurt them. Then for that type of writing, your goal would be to convince them that they should donate blood. If you're writing to complete an assignment for a course, I'm sure your instructor will give you more guidance. But the idea behind a thesis statement is the same. You need one sentence that states your thesis, your main point. Remember I said I didn't want to get into the technical details? Well, now that you know what a thesis statement is and what it's for, let's look at how a good thesis statement is formed. We already saw that a thesis statement is a statement. It's not a whole paragraph, it's not a question, it's one statement. It's a statement you make about a topic. Your writing will include details that support that one statement. The thesis statement is composed of a topic and a controlling idea. What? A controlling idea? The controlling idea is what you're going to say about the topic. It's what you're going to discuss about the topic. It's what you're going to argue about the topic. It's the point you're going to make about the topic. In this thesis statement, donating blood has several benefits. The topic is donating blood. The controlling idea is the second part. If you want this to be your thesis statement, you will list and explain what? The several benefits. This is called the controlling idea because it controls your writing. You can include any benefits of donating blood, but if you want to write a paragraph saying that donating blood is a simple process, no, sorry, you can't do that. The thesis statement is about the benefits of donating blood. It's not about how simple it is. Perhaps another name for the controlling idea would be the guiding idea because it guides the writer in the right direction. The controlling idea tells you you're getting off course if you try to include something that's not supposed to be there. So once you decide on a thesis statement, let it guide you. Let it control you. When you're writing, always keep an eye on the thesis statement to be sure you don't get off track. And this leads me to another point about thesis statements. At this point in the writing process, your thesis statement is a working thesis. This means you're still working on it. You're still developing it. For example, let's use donating blood has several benefits. Then you realize you're including two types of benefits in your writing, medical benefits and psychological benefits. You can improve your working thesis like this. Donating blood has medical and psychological benefits. Great. It's still about benefits, but you improved the thesis statement. Just careful not to make huge changes to your working thesis. If you keep wanting to change your thesis statement completely, sorry, you probably didn't have a good one to start with. But if you did the first steps well, you can improve your working thesis here and there. It's a working thesis after all. At this point, you should also start organizing the information that you'll include in your writing. One way to do that is to create an outline. It doesn't have to be perfect, it's a working outline. Write your thesis statement right on top, then start thinking about your paragraphs. What information will you include to support your thesis? This may take a while because you may need to do some research. This is another step you don't want to skip though. If you start writing without a plan, you're likely to get lost during the writing stage. Now, this is not a working thesis. You can support Snap Language Learner by taking a few simple steps. The details to support that thesis: like and share this video, subscribe to Snap Language Learner, and click the bell so you know when we publish new videos. Participate in our community of learners by commenting on our videos. It really helps a lot. You're ready to start writing your paragraphs, but that's in the next video. Thanks for watching.